Welcome to the N English Coffee Office. Today is Wednesday, December 31, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Morning, Alex. You look like you need that coffee just as much as I do.
Good morning, David. To be honest, I think I need 2 cups today. It has been a hectic morning already.
Tell me about it. I have been trying to clear my inbox since 8 a.m. It feels like the emails just keep coming.
Same here. I am trying to wrap up the quarterly reports before the holiday break really kicks in. It is always a race against the clock.
Absolutely. By the way, did you manage to catch up on the news this morning? Or have you been too buried in spreadsheets?
I had a few minutes on the train. I was actually reading about the aftermath of the COP30 summit in Brazil. Did you see the final agreement they signed in Belém?
I saw the headlines on the BBC app. They are calling it the Amazon Accord, right? Something about a massive fund for tropical forest preservation?
Exactly. It is quite a historic deal. The 190 nations agreed to a strict zero deforestation goal by 2030, backed by a $50 billion annual fund.
$50 billion. That is a serious amount of cash. I suppose it was necessary, though. The pressure has been building up for years.
It really has. What I found interesting was the clause about carbon credits. They are finally standardizing the market. It might actually impact how our company handles sustainability reporting next year.
You are right. I did not think about the business angle. If they enforce stricter carbon taxes on imports, my sales targets for the European market might get a bit more complicated.
We should probably touch base with the compliance team next week. Better to be in the loop sooner rather than later.
Good point. I will add that to my to-do list. Speaking of technology and changes, have you dealt with the IT department's latest email? The one about the Windows 10 support ending.
Oh, do not get me started. I spent 30 minutes yesterday just backing up my files. I cannot believe Microsoft is finally pulling the plug on it.
It is about time, isn't it? I read on The Verge that there are still 400 million devices running it globally. That is a lot of electronic waste waiting to happen.
That is the worrying part. The article I read in the NYT mentioned that many of those computers cannot run the new operating system because of hardware requirements.
Exactly. It is great for computer manufacturers, I guess. Their stock prices must be soaring, but for us, it is just another headache.
I just hope the migration to the new cloud system goes smoothly. I cannot afford any downtime right now, with these project deadlines looming.
Fingers crossed. I heard the new interface is supposed to be more intuitive, integrated with all those AI assistants we keep hearing about.
We will see. Sometimes I think all these updates just make things more complicated. I miss the days when software was just simple.
I know what you mean. But hey, at least we have plenty of entertainment to distract us. Did you see the numbers for that new video game, GTA 6?
It is impossible to ignore. It is literally everywhere. My nephew has been talking about nothing else for 3 weeks.
I saw a report on Bloomberg this morning. They said it generated $2.5 billion in sales in just the first 48 hours. Can you imagine that?
2.5 billion? That is absolutely mind-blowing. That is bigger than any movie opening in history.
By far. It is not just a game anymore. It is a cultural event. The article said that businesses are actually reporting a dip in productivity this week because so many people called in sick to play it.
I believe it. I noticed the office is a little quieter than usual today. Maybe that explains where half the marketing team is.
You might be onto something there. I watched the trailer and the graphics are unreal. It looks like a movie. It is set in a fictional version of Miami, right?
Yes, Vice City. The satire on modern social media culture is supposed to be very sharp. It is interesting how a game can reflect society so accurately.
It really is. Although I do not think I have 100 hours to spare to play it. I barely have time to walk the dog.
I know the feeling. Between work and trying to maintain a social life, gaming is a luxury I cannot afford right now.
Speaking of luxuries, this coffee is actually not terrible today. Did they change the beans?
I think they serviced the machine yesterday. It tastes a bit smoother.
Small victories, right? So what is the plan for the rest of your day? Just those reports.
Mostly. I have a team meeting at 11 to discuss the cone timeline. We are trying to implement that new agile workflow.
Good luck with that. Changing workflows is always a challenge. People hate changing their habits.
Tell me about it. But if we want to stay competitive, we have to adapt. It is just like that climate pact we were talking about. Adapt or get left behind.
That is a deep thought for a Wednesday morning, Alex. You are philosophical today.
Maybe it is the caffeine kicking in? What about you? Any big pitches?
I have a call with a client in Chicago at 2. They have been sitting on the fence for months. I am hoping to finally close the deal today.
The manufacturing client? The one you told me about last week?
That is the one. If I can get them to sign, I will definitely be celebrating this weekend.
Well, I will keep my fingers crossed for you. You have put a lot of work into that account.
Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. It is just a matter of getting the decision maker on the phone. He is always in meetings.
Sounds familiar. It seems like we spend half our lives in meetings talking about work, rather than actually doing the work.
Too true. Anyway, I should probably head back to my desk. I want to prep my notes before that call.
Yeah, me too. I have to review a presentation before the 11 o'clock meeting. No rest for the wicked.
Exactly. Let's catch up later. Maybe grab lunch if you are free.
Sounds good. I should be free around 1. Let's touch base then.
Perfect. See you later, Alex.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.